Okay, I think I'm live now. I have no idea what I did. This has been such a headache. Okay, let me see if I am actually live. Okay. It says I'm actually live. What is up, man? Sorry. Let me do this. Give me 1 second. Okay. This whole thing has been kind of a headache. So I'm trying to get things figured out. I can't even see my chat right now. So I'm trying to pull it up so I can have chat. What is up, Lincoln Zelda Nerd? Sorry about that. Okay. This stream might end up just not working, but for right now it's working. Okay, I think we are about ready to actually play. For some reason, my chat box is not popping up. So we're gonna have to do it like this. My chat box is not popping up. What's up, Junkie? Welcome in. Can you guys hear me? It says you should be able to hear me, but I'm not positive that you guys can actually hear me. Yo, you can hear me? Okay. That's good. So I apologize for that. Had a little bit of a hiccup for a second. So, let me explain before I get into actually playing. Basically, I have been using this streaming software for pretty much my entire time I've been streaming. It's been really good and really, like, I haven't had any issues with it. A couple days ago, they decided to update it and do this really weird, drastic update that kicked me out of my TikTok. And whenever I streamed Tears of the Kingdom, the audio would be really glitchy and you couldn't really hear anything. So I was trying OBS. OBS shut down on me and had me stream through my other YouTube account, even though I was logged in with my Indigo Gaming, which was really weird. So I had to download another encoder, and it seems to be working, except for it didn't have any options to like edit the title or anything like that. So that's what I was just doing. So now I think we should be finally in to be able to play, which is just annoying. But welcome in, guys. Yeah, we'll see how long this stream goes. I'm at the bare minimum right now. I have literally my microphone and the video game, and that's it. I don't have any chat box. I don't have any, you know, little fun widgets or logos or anything. It's just those two things, and it's... We'll get by. It's just so frustrating. Because I've been streaming on that other service for like over 2 years. Never had an issue until a couple nights ago. But anyway, how's your days been so far? I hope it's been good. It's been good? That's good. Love to hear that. Okay, let me close this one out. And it was really weird too, because it was like, the thing was like, oh, you're running 45% of your CPU. I've never run 45% of my CPU ever. So that was really weird. I'm getting around more and more after my knee surgery. That's good. Yeah, I've never had knee surgery. I'm sure it's killer. But I've got bad knees as well. I'll probably have to have knee surgery before I'm... Yeah. I'll probably have to have knee surgery fairly soon. When I was 24, I had to go into the hospital and do therapy for tendonitis in my knees and my ankles. So I'm sure that's just killer. Why did they do 3 right next to each other that are the same puzzle? It's kind of obnoxious. So I'm not hearing any like hiccuping with the sound. We'll see how it goes, but this seems to be going really well. This software I downloaded. I don't know. Okay, that makes 184. Just getting ready for work. Thought I'd drop a like. Well, thank you. Even though it's been... I think I went live 3 times in like half hour. Yeah, I'm just glad to be able to get it to kind of work. I think for the meantime, I won't be able to do anything on TikTok. Because it totally kicked me off. And it's not TikTok, because when I go onto my TikTok, it still says I can go live. Yeah, why would you do 3 of the exact same puzzles right next to each other? That's just lazy. Okay, let's go. Oh yeah, this one over here was like crazy. So we won't do that one. We will come up here and do this one. I think it's right here. How's the game volume and everything? Hopefully it's okay. I was kind of doing it on the fly, so I wasn't sure. Okay, and then we want one over here. It's good. Okay, that's good. I'm never positive how I want it to be. So it's good that it's, you know, not terrible. Where is that? Is that right here? We'll just put a marker here. I don't know where that is. Okay, now we got this one. Let's head over here. Yeah, I don't know how long this stream is going to go. This whole thing has kind of left me with a bad taste in my mouth. We'll see how it goes. Alright, so we're heading over this way. I gotta lie, I gotta admit that my setup right now is literally just like two halves of my screen. And my screen's big enough to handle this, but two halves of my screen. One half is my game I'm playing, and the other half is the game being replayed back to me through YouTube. And it's a little jarring. Because I'm trying to focus on my screen, but every once in a while something happens on the left side of the screen that kind of throws me off. And this is not really the angle I'm used to playing. What's up, HBK? Welcome in. How are things? Okay, that makes 186. Okay, and then we can head over this way. I'm gonna just teleport back. Hoping we get some more people coming in. It is a little bit hard because I literally started stream like 3 times in a row within like 30 minutes. So if there's not a lot of people, I totally understand. I don't know exactly where this quark is. We're just gonna have to guess. There are, oh, there's a thing. It's probably down here. Funny running into you. Oh yeah, because you guys were in the same stream, right? Okay. There we go. 187. Okay, and then we have something over here. What is the puzzle here? Is it one of those? Yeah, dude, I'm tired too. Yeah, okay. Easy. Like, I didn't even do very much today. I just was yelling at some kids. That's pretty much it. But I'm, like, so tired. Okay. Next up we have, there's like a tree or something over here. Well, it's not a tree. It's this. And we have over here, there's this. Got this game for my birthday when it came out. I took a day off of work for this game. Okay, and then there's one over here. I definitely thought this game would be... I don't know. I have some problems with this game. And it's not to say that this game, as a game, is bad. I think this game is a good game. I just think, and it does a lot of really good things, but there's some things that it just does not do very well. Midnight release? I don't think I've ever stood in line for a midnight release of a game. That's awesome, though. Okay, let's go this way. I think the closest I came was for... I think this is probably the closest I've came for a midnight release. I did, you put an e-order on for it. I did order Age of Calamity as a pre-release. Pre-ordered, whatever. And it took them... So it's from Target. It took them, I think, up until the first weekend after the release to get it to me. That was really frustrating. Oh, shoot. Come on. Climb. There we go. That's 189. I had the game on pre-order too, but my brother did not bring it to me till the day of release. I mean, honestly, that's the last time I ever pre-order anything from Target. Because it took them, like, seriously, it took them forever to get it to me. And everybody was playing it, and, like, I was seeing all this stuff about it online, and I ended up playing, I think it was like 4 days later or something like that. I don't remember. But it's, if you're going to pre-order a game, it should get to you the day of release. At the latest. We got another treetop one. That's lame. Okay, that's 190. Should say 192 on the screen. Yeah. I was go through GameStop. I bought... So, I had a PlayStation 4. And I bought God of War Ragnarok for the PlayStation 4, I think. Yeah, I had it for PlayStation 4. And then I upgraded to PlayStation 5. And when I went to GameStop, it was when they had the shortage of PlayStation 5s. They only had the God of War one. So I ended up buying the game twice. I ended up giving the game code to my friend, who never played it. I should have given it to my brother. My brother probably would have played it more than my friend. But, yeah. Okay, we gotta do some climbing. The sound quality seems to be pretty good, so I have no issues with this encoder so far. The only thing I have an issue with is that they don't have any way, that I can see at least, they don't have any way to like set your title and your hashtags and your description and all that stuff. I didn't see it. It might be hidden in some menu, but it's kind of annoying. I know a lot of people were upset with GameStop though for when they bought their Switch 2, because apparently GameStop was stapling the receipt to the box, which like scratched the screen of the Switch 2. My brother and I beat it already except for side quests. God of War Ragnarok. God of War Ragnarok's amazing. It's such a good game. Of course, you know, I play everything on baby mode because I don't have time to perfect gameplay. If I'm going to be spending extra time in a game, it's because I really, really like the game or I'm trying to exploit it for glitches. Or I'm being crazy and playing this game again. Is it up here? Is it another treetop? Doesn't seem like it. Maybe it is. Doesn't seem like it's a treetop one. Let me check what it is. Oh, it's a cork one? Oh, yeah. Okay, I see. Easy. I would like at some point to be able to go back and play the first God of Wars. I have two of the games I think on emulator for PSP, but I'm nervous that my emulator's not going to run very well. So I haven't even tried them. Okay, we can come over and try this other one again. Whoops. I just need to bring something with me. So it's over here. I just need to bring something. Maybe I'll come from here. What? All right. We're going over here. Come on. Some other games I would like to play. I don't know. I'm up to try most games. Like, I don't have anything against most games as long as they can be entertaining. I'm excited for Ghosts of Yotai, though. I think that game's gonna be really good. Okay, am I supposed to bring something? I don't know what I can bring. Okay, let's do... Let's see what happens when we do this and this. What? Do I have a rocket? Can I just rocket this thing? Okay. Let me... I don't have any more of these. Where's my other one? Oh, it's over here. Yes, I will collect that one. And I will put it here. And then I will go get rockets. I still have a shrine up here I gotta do. Okay, we found rockets. Have any of y'all had a drink called Liquid Death? No. So, Liquid Death is a water company that brands itself as like an alcohol company. They're non-alcoholic, but they look like alcohol. And they have water. It's water and sparkling water. So, they released a little bit ago a Dr. Pepper flavored Liquid Death, and I love Dr. Pepper. So I bought it. The thing is, I don't like sparkling soda or sparkling water. So I'm kind of nervous to try it. But I'm like excited at the same time. I don't know. I'm sure it'll taste better than the water. The water was so, like, because it's in a can. It was so metal. And not in a good way. Like, sometimes metal can be good, but in that case, it was not very good. Yeah, we'll get I think 2 more sets of Zonai devices, just so we have a lot of stuff. Yeah, but the first thing was just water. It was just canned water, basically. Which is, if you've ever drinking out of like a, not a thermos, but like one of those, what are they called? Canteens. If you've ever drinking out of a canteen, it's that taste. It doesn't taste like drinking out of like a Stanley or something like that. Because it's, you know, aluminum and not whatever the Stanley bottles are made of. So, maybe I'll give it another shot, but for right now, I bought Sparkling Dr. Death is what it's called. It's called Dr. Death. It's sparkling Dr. Pepper flavor, and I love Dr. Pepper. So, I will try it probably later in the stream, but we'll see. Okay. Now, we should be able to take a rocket. Attach it. There we go. Okay, we are making progress, actually. I'm looking at my map, and we have... That's so little progress. Oh. We're finishing up the Necluda Sea area right now. I mean, not finishing up, but we're getting quite a bit done. So, next up, we want to head up here. There's Winter Island. There is, something there. I don't know what it is. Some Korok there. We have one here by this entrance of the cave. I'm assuming. Somewhere here. And then we have one over here along this side over there. And if we had this shrine, it'd be much easier, but we don't have the shrine. So we'll just have to jump. Hey, you guys need to tell me if I'm talking too much. Tell me to shut up. Tell me to stop talking. Okay. If I'm, like, rambling too much. Okay. Thank you. Okay, we need to head this way. We are actually going to jump off this side. Okay, it says that there's a Korok here. I don't know if I believe them. That looks like a Korok. Why does it have to be raining right now? I think there's a Lionel over here somewhere too. How do I get up there while it's raining? That's too far away. I was like, oh, I could ride that up, but that's too far away. Yeah, that's too far away. Maybe I'll just wait for it to stop raining. Rocket shield. I don't want to waste a rocket, though. That's not that high up. It's just the rain. Springs. Same deal. It's just... I could do springs, but the rain ends in like 5 seconds or something like that. Oh, look at that. Perfect timing. Okay, it should be over here, yeah. Oh, we got keys coming. Where are all my eyes? Is that all the eyes I have? Oh, I have 2 more eyes. See, I would have hated to use something like Rocket Shield or Spring because each one of these is going to be on top of something. And this one, we can just ascend. Yeah, I think I might need to farm for eyes. I think I can buy them in Kakariko. But I haven't done the grandmother side quest yet. Which is actually really easy. I'm just lazy. Alright, now we have one over here. Eyes are my best friend, though. Like, they make my life so much easier. Okay. Yeah, honestly, eyes are like my best friend. Okay, and then... Oh, shoot, I should have gotten the shrine over here. I want to try something really quick. There was this glitch that used to work. I don't know if it still works. And I only have 1 more fan. Okay, we're going to save really quick. Okay, and then... So, you would fuse it to your shield. And then you take out a big battery. Hold it over your head. And ascend through it. Doesn't look like it worked. What's up, Shadow? Welcome in. So, I did... Shadow, I was able to get Citra downloaded. I have not tested it yet. It turns out, I went onto the website that you sent me, and I went there before. There's 2 links. One of the links is for the latest update, which doesn't exist anymore, and the other one is for their old stable update. I downloaded the old stable update, and it seems to have downloaded correctly. I have not tested it out yet. It has all the stuff in the package correctly, so we'll have to see how it goes. But I'm fingers crossed that it works. I just never tried to do the old one. That's the one I'm using right now. Oh, you're using the old one? See, I had no idea. I thought there was like a new update that people were using. Okay, we need to jump down into this hole. And I hate this. I hate this. Can I just do a steering stick on it?
Hi. Hi.
I don't have any more fans. Yeah, so it's nightly. That's the one that I got. Okay, we'll come back to that. Yeah, so the other one I downloaded, it was the package, but when you went to go open the package, it just put out a text file that said that it was discontinued or whatever. Citra was discontinued. So it's good to be able to like possibly have hope to find it to make it work. So I'll try that after stream, see how it works. Maybe do a short little demonstration on it. Is the one that currently works. And it makes sense that it would work, but I kind of figured that since the entire thing was considered dead, that they would just like scrap everything, but they didn't. Been doing Majora's Mask 3DS, it seems fine. My favorite thing about playing Majora's Mask on the 3DS was, or on Citra, was that it had dual joystick control, which is an amazing feature. Okay, is it not up here? Oh, it is up here. I'll have to look at it and see how I can tweak it to do 4K. But that'd be awesome. But I was watching some people play Ocarina of Time. And I've been playing Ocarina of Time like on my streams, you know. I've been playing it quite a lot lately. And the difference between the 3DS version and the 64 version is just night and day. It's like so different, and they might have been using mods to make it look nicer, but like even just like textures and stuff like that look very, very clean. There's a 3DS randomizer as well. Nice. You might have to send me the link for the website for that or whatever. I'm using Ocarina of Time, or OOT randomizer, which is for 64. But I did kind of assume that there was a randomizer for 3DS as well. There was one I saw this guy do that was Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask randomized between games. So you could go in one door or something like that. You go in a door and you'd come out, like you'd go in a door through Ocarina of Time and come out on Majora's Mask and it was like so cool. But I don't know Majora's Mask that well. I haven't played through all of it, so that'd be hard for me to do. But it looked really cool. Okay. So we did all of those right there. Maybe I go get fans. I do not like randomizers much. They can be fun. Like, I get that, like, watching them might be boring, but I think playing them is, like, really fun. Because it's like, what am I going to do? What's going to be next? What's the new thing next, you know? For me, it's just really like exciting to be able to be like, I don't know what is beyond this door or what's inside this chest or whatever. Okay, I know there's fans here somewhere. Is there not fans here? I thought there was fans there. Yeah, I know there's one for Majora's Mask. Like I said, though, I have not played Majora's Mask enough to know all the different locations. I guess I could play it as like somebody going blind into it because I've only played one dungeon. That could be fun. But yeah, I've only played the one dungeon, so I don't know a lot about Majora's Mask. Where is fans? I thought fans were like... Are fans over here? Oh yeah, fan is over here. So I'm excited to mess around with 3DS again. I might have to start my games over that I was playing on 3DS. Because I don't have any, like, everything got wiped. Still laggy a bit, but not bad. Like I was saying the other day, I think that Citra is better than Dolphin. I think Dolphin is... Every time I played on Dolphin, it's been just kind of really bad. So, maybe that's me, but that's my experience with it. Dolphin lags less, though. Maybe overall, but like starting it up and playing some of those games and starting it up, it lags so much in the first like 10 minutes of playing. To me, it does not make games fun, especially if you already know where stuff is in the game. It just makes games confusing, not fun. That's fair. But Windows PC is better, to be fair. My computer runs fine. I had 3 different Windows PCs that were all like, above $500. They were not cheap laptops, and they all, like, within maybe 6 months were running at snail pace. They were just bad, and I didn't have any like that crappy, malware detector stuff on there. I just had the Defender that you're supposed to have, and I've never had a good Windows computer work well for me more than a year. But I've had my Mac since 2019 or 2020, and it still runs perfectly. The only thing is that there's not a ton of stuff that's available for it. And Chromebook is terrible. No offense. I think it depends. What type of MacBook did you have? Because if you're getting an Intel based in 2025, then that's not good. You should be getting Apple Silicon. Apple Silicon is like 20 times better than Intel for Mac. Yeah, I know. I get it. MacBook Pro and their tower. Why'd you get a tower if you had a MacBook Pro? The tower is expensive. The tower is like... I think last time I checked it was like $3,000 or something like that just for the tower. Really? You couldn't run any emulators? Because I'm playing right now on... Well, I mean, I'm not emulating, but when I'm playing my emulation games, I'm playing on Mac. I don't have any Windows computers. So I don't know, maybe you needed to optimize them better, or I don't know. Let's do 2 of these as well. It ran but slow. Man, I don't know what you're like. I've had no issues with my computer. The only software I've ever had issues with on my computer was DaVinci Resolve, which is video editing. That's the only software I've ever had problems with on my Mac. Okay, so we should have fans now. Only 7. Yeah, I have like an entire folder dedicated to ROMs and stuff like that. I've had no issue with my emulators. There is an emulator that runs kind of the earlier consoles called OpenEmu that I think is really good. That's what I use for my Nintendo 64 emulator. Even though RetroArch has Mugen, Mugen runs better on OpenEmu than it does on RetroArch. Yeah, I just have never had an issue with my like we have a Mac Mini that's from 2020. We have a MacBook Air from 2022, 2023, something like that. My wife's got an iPad, and everything works fine. The only issue I had was that one video editing software. That's the only issue I ever had. And it was just because it was eating through CPU like crazy. Because it was like, oh, I'm editing this video, but it's running all these different processes in the background that just were not good for it. So why didn't I put a thing here? I am dumb. Okay, we're going to put a marker here. We're going to jump down from here. Oh, yeah, Shadow. I was asking people on chat earlier if they've ever had liquid death. I was wondering if you ever had it. Liquid death is actually water. It's water that is... Hold on. It's water that is branded to look like it's alcohol. Yeah, it's canned water. I was asking because I bought a 6-pack of Dr. Pepper flavored of this. It's sparkling water. I normally don't like sparkling water, so I was like, oh, I wonder if it's going to be any good. I'll probably try it in a little bit.
Hi.
Okay, can I throw stuff on here? Is that okay? Let me try putting this on. Why is it up there? I sent you the laptop I use. Let me check it out really quick. And you said that one was like $300, right? That's not bad. Sometimes it's really hard to shop for Windows computers because you can be like, oh, this is a good deal, and then it runs like crap. But it does have AMD. AMD is pretty good. But like I said, I've not had. Oh, it was 900. See, and 900 is what I spent on my Mac Mini, and my Mac Mini I've had for 6 years. So, and now you can actually buy the Mac Mini I have. You can buy it for like $300 or something like that. You can obviously buy newer ones that are stronger and have more capabilities, but the one that I have, which is the first Apple Silicon generation, I've had it for 6 years. I've had no issues with it. It's like $300, I think. Bren in chat, he's not here today, but Bren, my mod, was looking into buying a Mac Mini, and he was like, "Oh, I should get this one because it's like $300." And I was like, "If you have the money, I'd go for higher. Go to a company to rent to own could be cheaper, but you're paying more." Well, when we buy our products from Apple, I have an Apple card, so I just do it through financing, which is there's 0% APR as long as you're paying your monthly payments. So it's not too bad. Okay, let's put a fan on here. Is this the pervert guy? I don't remember.
Hi. Ah.
You don't have any of that. And that's fine. I'm not like coming at you because you don't use Apple. I don't care what you use. I'm just saying what works for me. Especially since all of our products are Apple at this point. It doesn't make sense to be getting a bunch of different things. You have iPhone 16? Same. I have the iPhone 16 Pro. Not the most expensive one. My wife was like, "You should buy this one." And I was like, "No." Because I don't want a phone that big. I was like, the size of the phone that I had before is perfectly fine. I'm just going to get this one. That's the only Apple product you'll buy. What about AirPods? AirPods are good. I would not say AirPods are the highest quality headphone. They are by far probably one of the worst, but they're pretty good for what they are. Oh, don't fall off. Oh my gosh. Oh, not the ones with the muffs. I have those, but the buds. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm not paying attention to my screen. Come on, come on. I don't remember if this guy's like the pervert that's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go meet with this little kid." I think it is, though. Yeah, oh my gosh. He's like, "I like little fish girls."
Oh. Hmm. Ah. Hmm.
Oh, 2 opal. Nice.
Ah.
that guy's weird. Raru's blessing. Let's go. Man, I will take a diamond. Okay, that is that shrine, which makes 132. Okay, let me get some water in my system. Okay, I'm gonna try this liquid death. The cans look so cool. I'll have to take a picture and send a picture of this to you. They look really cool, and they actually look like they're like an alcoholic drink, but they're not. Okay, it says, this ruthless can of flavored sparkling water has a twisted plan to use natural agave and exploding bubbles to murder your thirst and recycle your soul. It's got 10 calories. It's a 12-ounce can. Yeah, I mean, ingredients are carbonated water, agave nectar, citric acid, natural flavors, stevia leaf extract. Let's dig in. If I can. Not as satisfying of a crack as I would like. I can't even smell anything. Oh. Man, I don't think I'll ever get used to the taste of sparkling water. Okay, up here we have... We can't even go up yet. Man, I don't know. It's like bitter. Sparkling water is... Who decided to make it bitter? Okay, it says there is one here. Zero sugar Pepsi wild cherry cream is yummy. I haven't drinking a Pepsi since I was like 12. If I'm gonna be completely honest. I just remember having it, and like after I would drink Pepsi, I could like feel the sugar eating away at my teeth. And I'm sure that's the same way for Coke for you, because people who aren't used to drinking certain drinks, it's gonna be a certain way for them. Where is this? This is right here. Bitter means more salt and carbon. I just wish that sparkling water was like not as gross. Like the flavor's not bad, but the like sparkling part of it is just bitter. Ugh. Dang, I bought a 6-pack too. I usually buy flavored water. Honestly, there used to be Dasani, and I hate Dasani, but Dasani used to make a flavored water that was like raspberry flavored, and I loved that stuff. And then they stopped making it, and then they switched over to their sparkling water, and I hate sparkling water. There we go. Aaron Doc's peach water is awesome. Can you send me a picture of what that looks like? Because peach sounds amazing. Yeah, that sounds amazing. Peach water. Oh no. Are you kidding me? It still hit me? Alright, there we go. Got a lemon.
Yep.
I sent to your DMs. Okay, cool. Man, I don't think I've ever seen that before. I'll have to look out for it. That sounds good, though. Peach water? Peach water sounds amazing. They also do pomegranate, blueberry, grape. Raspberry would be the best. Okay, let's drop that. Price Chopper has them. Do they sell them at regular grocery stores? Oh, there it is. They have raspberry? Oh, yes, raspberry. I'll look out for them, though. Squimlo puzzle. We're almost at 200. 200 Korok seeds. Actually, we might have more than that. Because I think I traded some in. Okay, let's head this way. Oh. Oh, pick up rock. $198, and that makes 200. Smart Water had some. The heck? Smart Water had some flavored waters that were not very good. I think 421 maxes out your inventory. Okay. Yeah, I think it's something like that. This might end up being 100% run, so I'm just getting as much as I can. Obviously, since we're doing a full episode of just collecting Korok seeds. Okay, this one is over here. And we'll just head over that way. But I think you're right. I think it's 421 that maxes out inventory. Which is good to know. Because I'm halfway there. Kind of. Oh, almost got it. I hit the tree. Come on. Come on. Do I have any more eyes? I'm so sad that I don't have any more eyes. Okay, let's do something really quick. Hey, buddy. You gotta be kidding me. Take that, punk. Take that, punk. Alright, now we can head back over here. Get this flower. There we go. We are about 20% through with Korok seeds. I don't know how many Korok seeds we actually have. I think it's more than what is listed on screen. Okay, next up we have a couple over here. We have one that is from here. Oh my gosh, I know this area. And then one over here. Oh, I hate this area. All right. Let's go here. Okay. Okay. That time the flavor wasn't as bad. It wasn't as bitter. So I can see how people might start liking this, but it's just not good. Hang on for a second. Alright, I am back. Apologize about that. My little sister was calling me. Okay, so we need to head... Where are we heading? We're heading for blue first. I think blue... I don't know where it is exactly. So where are we at? We are in this part of the map. I don't... 459. Yeah, we're doing good. I think if I could have done like a normal stream and not had so many issues, I think this stream would have ended up being a little bit better. Unfortunately, I finally got 10 peeps. Nice. There's only 2 people here right now. According to my thing, at least. Let's go. There were like 14 when I first got here. Let me double check really quick. It is probably 2. Yeah, it's 2 people. I think the problem is that I started stream 3 separate times, and this is not like normally the hashtags I use, and not normally, you know, it's a little bit different. So, that's okay. I mean, people come and go. I'm not offended. Okay, 200 is right. Hey, what's up, Mai? See, we lose people, we gain people. So, what's up, Mai? Welcome in. I love, Mai, that everyone calls you mailman. it's the perfect nickname for you. Okay, so we need to head towards pink. How's your day been? And yeah, sorry about yesterday. You must have like come on right as I was ending. Wait. That's not the pink I want. Dude, I need these guys. I need these guys. They have eyes. Yeah, it said ended 12 minutes ago. Well, the reason I ended was because I had finished the dungeon. So for my Ocarina of Time playthrough, I've been just doing one dungeon per playthrough, except for one episode I did two. Because it was relatively short, but... Sorry about it. Well, hopefully your day's going good. So, I'm using a different thing right now. For my streaming. Because my other Streamlabs kind of died. I have the symptoms of being sick, but I don't feel sick. Well, hopefully you get better. Or... whatever. Okay, where's that arrow pointing? Up here? Oh yeah, it's up there. $201. You seem happy today compared to other streams. I'm just happy I was able to get it work. How did it die? Well, the other day when I was streaming, Shadow was on, and Shadow and I noticed that the stream audio sound was like cutting out. It was being weird. So today when I went on, it was doing the same thing. So I ended stream, and then I had to figure out a different service to use. So I tried OBS. OBS kicked me out and was streaming to my other YouTube channel instead of this one. And then I finally downloaded a thing called Meld Studio. I don't really know who they are, but I have heard about them on TikTok, and their interface is fairly simple. So I'm using Meld Studio for the time being. I can't dual stream on it. I can't do anything pretty much. It's very, very limited in what I can do. But we're making the best of it. We got stream going. It looks good. It's not crackling or making weird sounds. So that's all I care about. As long as the thing works. Okay, where's this one? Okay, this one says it's like here. I see it actually. It's right here. Okay, so we'll jump down from here. Are you going to try Streamlabs again? Not until they update again. They updated like a week ago or something like that. And Shadow couldn't vouch for me on this. I think I'm 100% Breath of the Wild as well. Good luck. But anyway, they updated like a week ago. And then I went on stream the other day and it was having all sorts of issues. And then yesterday I went on stream through Streamlabs playing a different game and it had no issues. So I have no idea what's going on. But I have Zelda notes, so it'll be a bit easier. That works. So until they decide to update their software, I'm not going to be using Streamlabs. Streamlabs might be in our chat. I haven't seen it all. It might be in our chat, but yeah, it is. But for the most part, I'm not using the encoder, the thing to stream out of. This one seems to work pretty fine. I have not tweaked it at all. I just basically got it working and got on. Do you think Zelda Notes is cheating? Like, it is meant to be used, but I don't know. I don't think it's cheating. I use a freaking interactive map. I don't think Zelda Notes is cheating. Alright, let's go jump down here. Oh, we got a bird. Hello, birdie. What? Oh, birdie's sleeping. Other birdie's sleeping. Are you gonna stream it when you do 100%? Except I have more to do now. I have to do voice memories, which adds time. Are you gonna do DLC as well? I didn't do DLC for my playthrough. You're not gonna stream it? You totally should stream it. Even if you're doing no voice, you should stream it. I think people would love it if you streamed it. Okay, let's put that there. I don't have a capture card and I already started. Ow, gotcha. This is my gaming channel. Oh, I didn't even realize you changed channels. Okay, that is this one, which makes 202. And I'm not buying a capture card. Why not? Capture cards are like 10 bucks. Capture, it is the easiest thing to stream. Like, not like being consistent and, you know, talking and stuff like that. But like, having access to be able to stream is super easy. A decent capture card's like 60. Dude, mine's like, I think I bought mine for 15. I did not spend a ton of money on a capture card. Okay, let's do... Can we... Hello? Okay. Right here, there is a Korok seed. What's up, Domenico? Have you finished Ocarina of Time? No, yesterday I did the Fire Temple. So next time, maybe tomorrow, we'll do Water Temple. But we're making our way through. Every episode we're making progress. So I love it. Okay. So we need to head down here. I think just running is the best option. It's been hot. Today was like 97, so it was kind of a breath of fresh air. I know that doesn't seem very, like, cool for you guys, but it was so much nicer. I think Shadow's just trolling us, going between different accounts. It was like 90 for me. Yeah, this morning it was like 75, and by the time the end of my school day was, it was like 95. Pretty much. At least you're not being like Ashton. Yeah, 75 was awesome. Ashton would come on and pretend like he was someone else. He wasn't using his own like name on the account. He would just be like, "Oh, I'm Eduardo," or "I'm, you know, Jameson," or something like that. So I appreciate that you're actually using your username and not just some random made up name. All right, 203. We are making progress very, very slowly. I've done nothing with your vlogs channel. I thought about doing a vlog for a while, but I don't have anybody to really talk with. And, you know, doing a vlog is usually like people interacting and chatting. So, whatever. I'll do one eventually. Gaming channel has so much content. I think, so I was doing Rubik's Cubes for a while. I didn't do YouTube. I was doing TikTok. I was doing Rubik's Cubes for a while. And the problem with doing Rubik's Cubes is that in order to kind of stay relevant, you have to be up to date with all the different cubes. And some of those cubes cost like $100 a piece. So, I mean, it's cheaper than other hobbies, but it was just not really worth my time investment for it. So I switched to gaming because I have PlayStation Plus where I can access a bunch of games. I have a bunch of games that I already play, and I can reuse some of those games to play other different stuff. So we could do Discord, but I hate Discord audio sound. It's so bad. I play Sim Plush. I have a PS5. PS5 is where it's at, man. All right, now we're making our way. For some reason, can't do YouTube. You can't do YouTube? Are you on Twitch? What do you mean you can't do YouTube? It is stuck on verify. Did you do like, so when you're, oh, on the PS5? I'll have to look into mine and see, because every once in a while I'll go on and I'll go to the thing where you broadcast and it will say that I can't do it, but then like I restart the PlayStation and it will work. So I don't know. It could just be some sort of error because the PlayStation 5, my PlayStation 5 is terrible at connecting to the internet. That's the one issue I've had with my PlayStation is it just doesn't connect to the internet very well. And then there's one up here. Did it and it's stuck there. Yeah, so mine literally will just like, I don't know, it's weird. Yours is wired to the internet. That makes sense. I use Wi-Fi and my PlayStation 4 connected to the internet faster than my PlayStation 5. So, I don't know. It must be, you know, do wired, I guess, but the Ethernet cable in my room that I have my PlayStation in is like a different connection, and I don't really have the patience to look into and figure out what type of connection it is. So my YouTube channel, I had to verify my phone number on the PlayStation 5 in order to connect it, and it's still stating that it needs a verified phone number, which I've already done. Is there another way that you can verify on YouTube? Maybe, I don't know. That's tough. Okay, we are heading this way. Not for PlayStation 5. That's weird, dude. Can you... I hate to suggest this, but could you, like, reboot your PlayStation? That's the only thing I could think of would be just to, like, you know, restart fresh. Other than that, I can't really think. Yeah, so that's the only thing I can think of is doing a factory reset, like a reboot or something like that. But my wife's on it currently, so I gotta wait. What's your wife playing? My wife doesn't play any games, so... I think the most I got her to play was playing It Takes Two. Okay, let's pull out this guy. Alright, here we go. Taking another sip of my nasty drink. Yeah, it gets better. It's just not very good. Oh, this is a block puzzle. Okay. Oh, the block's here. I gotcha, I gotcha. How do I do this one? Oh, oh, oh. Wait. Yeah, okay, okay, okay. Yeah, you know, well, that would have been helpful, like, a couple seconds ago. Wait. Yeah, it goes through like this. There we go. That was probably the hardest one. I factory reset it to default, see if that fixes it. Fingers crossed, man. What was your wife playing, by the way? Oh, I love Canterbury's Spirits. That game's amazing. If you've never played it, you definitely should play it. Okay, what am I looking for? Okay. Pick up the rock in the tree. I didn't see a tree. This one? That is not obvious that this is what I'm looking for. Okay, next we're doing green. So we can head over there. By the way, where is it? Where did it go? Oh, that is a little unsettling, that boss ring, whatever you want to call it. We need to put, what is that? Roasted porgy? I only have one. Dude, I thought they were gonna give me one. Dang it. Do I have a porgy? Does it matter what porgy it is? We'll do this one because we have more of them. Oh, nice. Okay. You have to be kidding me. So, it turns out I have to not pick them up and put them in my inventory. Like that. Oh my gosh. I'm so stupid sometimes. I want to pick them up like this. Oh my gosh. I'm so stupid. Where'd the other one go? Tulin? Tulin, did you eat my porgy? Oh my gosh. Jeez. $206. Yeah, I'm taking my porgies. All right, let's figure something out. Yeah, we kind of chipped out a little bit of the side of the map. We have so many more to go. It's not even funny. Okay, we are going to go to Tingle Island. We're going to go here. And we're going to go somewhere over here. I think it's in this tree. Man, this can is so pretty, but it tastes so gross. Okay, let's take this air current. Okay, we are almost to the next island. Okay, let's get up to the top of this so we can take the bridge across. Oh, maybe we can just take this air current up. I always hated this area because of the stupid Octoroks over here. There were so many Octoroks over here. Still sounds like there's a bunch of Octoroks over here. Okay, let's climb the tallest tree. Get the light. $209. So that's 207 on my paper. Okay, now we're heading back south. My gosh, the Octoroks are back. Oh my gosh. I hate the Octoroks. Let's shoot this guy with ice. Okay, then we can come over here and take this air current up. Or not. Okay, we'll take this ramp up then. I thought this air current would take us up. Oh, it does take us up. Okay. Is air current gonna take us up? Okay, and then we have this. This one should be just like landing on the platform, I think. Yeah. Easy. 208. All right, next up we have 1 that is right here. We have 1 that is probably here, and 1 that is in here. So we are going to not jump from above. We're probably going to just take this and walk over. Ugh. It's so gross. Ugh. Okay, we are heading this way. Okay, we have a camp here. We gotta get into there somehow. Oh, I have my mask on, so it shouldn't matter. Okay, we got a couple chests here. Yeah, I'll take Amber. Arrows work too. Yeah, I'll take a Lionel Reaper over this. Ouch. Oh my gosh. He just eliminated me. Oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot. That's what sets him off. Nice. Got some foods over here. Been putting hashtags on some of my videos. That's good. Sometimes it feels like hashtags don't do anything, but if you do them consistently and then switch to not doing them, it kind of makes a huge difference. Such as this video. I have 9 viewers. I typically on my Zelda content usually get somewhere between 20 and 50. So It definitely makes a difference. Let me slow those arrows. Yeah, I'll take your arrows, man. Alright, let me grab one of these. Okay, let me do... Where's my rubies? Sorry, trying to help with little brother. He's not listening to mom. Yeah, I mean, take care of that. That's fine. Where is my rubies? There it is. Let's do one of these. Let's switch over to... Ouch. You gotta be kidding me. What's up, Mai? You had the perfect shower. It was amazing. Showers are amazing. They really are, especially when you're tired. I just want the freaking Korok seed over here. Let me see what it is. Pick up the rock on top of the encampment. Okay, that's not hard. No, there's no master mode. Probably gonna end up 100%ing tears. My gosh, that was so easy. I'm not officially 100%ing it, but once I reach 500, I'll probably switch over to being 100%ing it. Okay, now we need to head over towards the pink. Yeah, it's not having DLC. Although, they are releasing Age of Imprisonment, which is kind of like DLC. Okay, does it go in like this? Yeah, okay, there we go. I will likely not be here next week and the week after that. So for 2 weeks, I will not be here like 2 weeks before school, you know. 107 in humid heat in New York. Picture that. I mean, yesterday it was 105 with like 50% humidity here. I know 50% humidity is not the same as, you know, other places, but for Arizona, it's a lot. Also 107, 105. Yeah, but if you, it depends on where you are in Canada, I'm sure. Coast and stuff like that. You gotta account for all the water, not just rain. Where is it? Oh, it's right here. Why do they always do that? Korok hunting is somewhat fun. It can be. I just am saving all of the ones where you have to carry the Koroks until the very end. Because I hate those. You don't have to say where. I'm just saying that you have to account for all the water. North of Canada is a ton of water, right? There's a lot of ice, but it's like water, right? So all of that accounts for pretty much most of Canada. Kind of like, even though Arizona is really dry and, you know, desert, we have a huge river coming through the north of us, and we are like 4 or 5 hours away from Mexico and the coast. So it's, we still get humidity. Dry heat's 10 times better, but last week it was 119 degrees here, and when it gets that hot, humidity cannot exist. Humidity evaporates when it gets that hot. Yeah, 119. Yeah, Utah, the high of Utah is like 105. Unless she was in St. George. St. George can get pretty hot. All right, now we need to go over here. I thought we did all the ones over here. I think we did that one. How much is it in Celsius? 119 is like 46. 46, 47, something like that. Ogden, Utah, spelling might be wrong. Yeah, Ogden's cold. Ogden, I think the high is like 100, 105, something like that. Like Utah history, 105. Well, the hottest it was in Phoenix was like 5 years ago or something like that. Was probably more around 50. 105 is not hot. 105 was yesterday, and it wasn't like. So, Maya, you going on vacation then? Is that what you're saying about the next couple weeks? Yeah, well, I mean, you can't talk heat to me, but you can talk cold. Your cold is like nothing that I've ever experienced. Also, the intro of this song reminds me of Christmas. You're weird. Yeah, you can talk cold because you live in Canada. I live in Arizona. The coldest I've ever experienced in Arizona is like 35 Fahrenheit, which is like 2 degrees Celsius or something like that. But mind you, that is in Arizona. I've been in colder places. I've been in Utah. Utah can get pretty cold. You're very weird. But weird's not a bad thing. I had a teacher once that said, if you're not a little bit weird, you're no fun at all. That's not even freezing temperature. Yeah, so, I mean, you could talk cold on me all day. Let me use... Oh, there was a wing right there. Give me wings. There's a wing. Oh, there's another one. I need another wing. Where's the other one? Where's the other one? Am I blind? Oh, it's right there. I am blind. Okay, hold on. Let me catch up on everything. Anyway, I'm going back to camp. I was to work, and the week after I'm going to Ohio and Kentucky. Okay. I'm gonna miss you. My teacher is my mom. I can't say anything bad about that. I wasn't saying anything bad about my teacher. She used to wear mismatched socks every day for fun. Where's the other one? That's what I was saying. Allison Bell, Classroom 10, loved her. I'm blind too. Why do we do school if it's going to be replaced by AI anyway? It's not going to be replaced by AI. People just think it's going to be replaced by AI. It doesn't matter how much your phone can do. You, as a person, need to have knowledge in order to be a person that contributes to society in a positive way. Look at all the people in the world and on social media that talk loud but don't know anything. They are not contributing positively to society. I might be able to take my phone to watch your streams on my vacation. I don't know, though, so don't count on it. Alright. School will be controlled by AI one day in the future. I kind of doubt it. If anything, school will go away because people would rather do schooling at home in the safety of their home and stuff like that. I don't think that AI is going to take over in teaching and stuff like that. I think it's just going to be that students feel more comfortable at home doing online lessons that are not AI. A lot of teachers use AI in their classroom. It's not like, you know, No school in person, all done by video. I mean, so last year, our small, tiny school, had like 110 kids or something like that. Like total, all the entire school. And this year we have 93. And it's like 95% of the students are returning students. So it's like everyone's pulling out and nobody's going to school. I think we have 16 new students overall. It's just, and compared to previous years, we had like 25 new students. Half the stuff you learn in school you'll never have to use um, unless you're going to college. I would disagree. I'm reading your comments. That's something I learned in school. I'm playing a game and being able to talk and have a conversation. That's something I learned in school. I use math all the time, even like outside of my job where I'm a teacher and help with students. I use math all the time. So I disagree. I think that a lot of what you learn in school you use. And even if it's like, you know, simple stuff, you still use it. I read every single night. Do you think I could do that if I didn't go to school? All right, now we need to do. There's so many. Okay, we got a couple of these ones that are like movement Korok seeds, I would want to say. You're a teacher, it's your job to say that. No, but I'm serious. How would I be able to read your comments if I couldn't read? I learned that in school. I did not learn that from my parents. My parents helped me, but I did not learn that from my parents. I learned that from school. How am I having a conversation without sounding like a teenage boy trying to impress his crush? I'm not saying Riz and Skibbity and stuff like Ashton does. I'm having a conversation. I'm talking to you guys in proper English, saying things how I need to say them without being too, you know, swayed one way or the other. Does that make sense? So, I believe that school is one of the most important things. I think the way that school is done is not the best, but I think that school is important. I think school could improve. The structure and the way school is implemented needs improvement, and they're not going to improve that. But I think school is important. I think that the first 6 to 8 years, you should be learning basics like math, reading, writing, basics of how to be a normal person in society. And then I think from that point on till you're 18, I think you should be doing stuff like how to file your taxes, how to change a tire on a car, how to create a Word document, how to do all these different things that you're going to need in life. Because they spend so much time repeating all this stuff that you don't necessarily need to use. You do not need to know the Pythagoras theorem in order to be a person in society. If you choose to go that path, you could take classes that help you become a more educated mathematician or an engineer or whatever you decide to be. But I think for the most part, the way the school structure is kind of messed up. I think they shouldn't be focusing so much on making sure everybody's caught up to the same place. I think they need to make sure that for the first 6 to 8 years that you're in school, you're focusing on what you need to learn to be a person. And then after that, work on stuff that will help you be able to survive in normal everyday life. Changing tires are easy. Yeah, but not everyone knows how to do it. Not everybody knows how to do it. not everybody knows how to, I don't know. I just think that it just needs to improve, and they're not going to improve it. Yeah, I totally agree that not every single math skill you need. You do not need to know how to find the square root of pi when you're going into certain fields. But that's why I think that if they used from grade 9 till 12 and use that to help you, kind of like a mini college, to help you develop your skills as a person and to whatever job career you think that you would want to go into, I think that would be a better option. Well, I mean, the education system is basically failing everyone. They will not give up on their program they implemented in the 90s or 80s. It might have been the 80s. Um, that's No Child Left Behind. Basically, it means that um, if a child is struggling, they can't fail. It just means that they will move on with the class and be caught up the next year. But the problem with that is that then they're spending time that they should be working on other stuff, catching up with what they should have learned the previous year. And I think that needs to stop. I think that if a student fails a class, they need to stay in that class until they pass it. I don't necessarily think homeschoolers are smarter, though. It just depends on how you are being taught and how you are utilizing your information and time management and stuff like that. Because I went to public school, I never did homeschooling, and I'm not saying I'm the smartest person, but I know a lot of stuff because I had good teachers growing up that pushed me and kept me going. And I know people that went to homeschool growing up, and when they came into public school, they could not interact with anybody. They could not look anybody in the eyes. They could not talk and have a conversation with anybody because they might be smart, but they don't know how to be socially smart. And like, okay, I'm not saying public school is the best thing ever. I'm saying that there needs to be a reform of how kids are educated. Because private public school is doing it wrong. But I also think that the way that public school is doing is pushing kids to want to do homeschooling more, which also can be a bad idea because if you have a parent that is not pushing you and not making sure you're doing your work, then you're basically goofing off for 9 months out of the year. Basically. So, yeah, public school has its issues because they're not policing the halls and making sure that kids are allowed to have a safe place at school and learn and not have to worry about coming to school and getting beat up or something like that or getting bullied. But at the same time, I think that a lot of kids are switching over to homeschool because they're not willing to, you know, they could ask to move classes. They could ask, they're just giving up. And I don't mean to offend anybody, but that's the truth of it. Is that kids that go to public school that get bullied, their first option, their first decision is to switch schools or to switch out of public school. So, anyway, I think I'm gonna end it here. We had a good conversation, so yeah. But that's my opinion on it. I think that schools need to change the way that they work. Anyway, take care, guys. I will see you in the next one, which will be tomorrow. We'll either play this one or Ocarina of Time, or maybe we'll do a randomizer. I don't know. But anyway, schools need to police bad behavior better. If a kid is doing something that could harm the mentality of another student, then that student that is doing that needs to be disciplined. And the problem is that everyone is so soft nowadays that if you say your kid was bullying my kid, then the parent of the kid, the parent of the bully will say, well, your kid deserved it or something. Anyway, I'm going to end it. This has been a weird conversation.